Welcome, welcome, everybody. It pains me to have to bring up irrelevant people, honestly. And it's kind of sad that I even have to attempt to bring this up. But when you have people that are being used like little pawns and they're too stupid to realize that they're being used as pawns, or they're not too stupid, but they don't mind being used as pawns because it gives them dollars and cents, and they start to become bullies, then sometimes it needs to be talked about. So here's the thing. Dear Broken Baker, who's not even from this country, who changed your entire channel's content to jump on the free Karen Reed train. Hey, Sunken, we missed you. Welcome back. You are a sad, pathetic little man, Baker. You're a sad, pathetic little man. Okay? If your content has to be about me, then you don't have content, sir. Then you don't have content. You clearly can't differentiate opinion from fact, or opinion or a joke from what is a fact. That's not my problem. You seem to have comprehension problems, and I mean that doesn't really surprise me, considering that I have watched you not even attempt to have a conversation with Kevin, and not only were you like 1,000 times wrong on your legal takes, they were absolute garbage, but you don't know the law in this country. Well, probably because you don't live in this country, and your channel was never meant to be about the law. You jumped on a grift train, and you try to jump on it still, so that you can rake in the free Karen Reed money from the people who watch the Sewer Turtle and then in turn watch you and the Glare. So, in the last week, I've seen the Glare try to use my wish list as content. I don't know why that's content. And the Broken Baker be sad enough to try to use my yesterday's live stream as content. If you can't get any other content and little old me is your content, you're a sad human being. You're a sad human being. You're doing the bidding of another deplorable human being. That's pretty sad. Nonetheless, most of the bullies that are creators at the moment happen to be men. It's even sadder. Even sadder. Okay? Even sadder. Not only is it pathetic, okay, but these are the same people that go on after Aiden does his little dog whistle and attack so dear all Broken Baker's people who are watching his stuff and leaving comments on my yesterday's video and other videos, they get immediately deleted. I don't know why you bother. You're literally wasting your finger push-ups. Nobody sees them. You're automatically blocked from the channel. You can write as many comments as you want. They're all going to disappear into the oblivion. Only you're going to be able to see them. So I don't know why you waste your time. And yes, you got a copyright strike. It's my content. It's my content. That's earns you a copyright strike when you're only using my content. It's not me playing a video. It's me talking. That's my content. So he can attempt, as he threatened, to counterclaim, but you can't counterclaim my own content. So good luck with that. Have fun with that, sir. Good luck with that, sir. The fact alone is these people are so pathetic that they get the dog whistle they got this morning from the Sewer Turtle, who was like, I have nothing going on in New Jersey, guys. Nothing at all. It's fake news. I haven't been served yet. Now they're going to serve him now for a second time. Okay. A second time to serve him. So I think he thinks he doesn't have to admit it until he gets the papers a second time, where there's no line because the Holden police have to go out there and serve him. The first address was his ex-wife's address. He's there twice a day at the bus stop, so he's not going to tell me he didn't get it. That's just bullshit. Not only that, but his lawyers would have looked it up the second it hit public news, and I put the documents out. Those documents are 1,000% real, and there will be new documents now for a new court date. So this not real news, it's all fake, you don't listen to Twisted Tragedies. Like, what is he going to do when the egg is on his face at that point? He knows they're real. His attorneys can look them up, and I am sure they have. They would be really incompetent attorneys if they didn't look or call the court and find out. They'd be very incompetent. So he knows they're fucking real. But I think he thinks that he can just keep pushing it and saying, oh, no, it's not real. It's not real because I wasn't served. I don't have to go. Like, can just keep playing that game. The problem is he's played that game in other cases before. And I forgot about Ashley's case. So in 2 separate cases, he's played the whole I didn't get served, I don't have to show up bullshit when he knew about it. Both times. Talked about it both times and how he wasn't going to go both times because, you know, he's special like that. Okay. He seems to think that his attorney can just go for him. No, you still have to show up in person, sir. That's not the way it works. You're not special. You're not special. Okay. Yeah, we don't do politics. I know it's been a while. I know it's been a while. But at this point, if your need is to get a dog whistle from another man to attack a woman you don't know and defame her, right? Your title is defamation in itself. Let's make something abundantly clear here. I don't have Section 8, sir. I wish I did. I pay market rent. Over $2,000 a month in just rent alone, never mind the utilities. So when you say things to try to like make it sound like someone's bad, let me make something very clear here. There's nothing wrong with somebody having a Section 8. So the fact that you think that there is a whole nother problem. They are for people who have low income so that they don't go over 30% of what they make in paying rent because there's nothing left, right? That's what Section 8s are for. I wish I had a Section 8. That would be a huge help. A huge help. I do not. I pay market rent. But the fact that you think downing people with less money than you or less money than you think they should have is like clout or something cool just shows how pathetic you are. It shows that you have zero empathy and that you probably fall into the category of a narcissist just like your dear leader, right? This is men we're talking about, mostly men. Now, make no mistake, there are creators that are women that do this shit, but they're mostly men, grown-ass men, online gossiping like little girls. How emasculating that you need to attack women. I mean, that's just gross. You're gross in general. And if you need to use little old me as content because you don't have any, that's sad. Okay? That's pretty freaking sad. But this goes to a bigger problem of internet bullies. And an even bigger problem of being a sheep to the sewer turtle and doing his bidding for him. He's a big fucking boy. Let him do his own bidding. Why do you all need to do his bidding for him? Like little bitches. Little daddy, blows the whistle and these little bitches run around. Like, what do you need me to do, sir? What do you need me to do? Who do we attack today? They need a pat on the back and they need the free Karen Reed money train because all the people who think Karen is innocent will keep donating to him as long as he keeps on that track of talking about the things that the sewer turtle wants him to talk about. It's disgusting. And maybe he didn't get the memo that more than half of the people who think Karen is innocent think this kind of bullying is disgusting. They are not for it. It's not something they cheer on. There's a small subset of them that do. And even then, they shortly find out that the lies that they have been told are lies. And then they either stop talking about it at all, they disappear, or they come to someone like me and they say, I feel really shitty about what I said or did, realizing now that it was a lie. I mean, if you get off on pressing a button, going live, and trying to somehow throw you're not good enough because you're poor jokes out, or to women, I mean, you're a sad sack of shit. You're a sad sack of shit. That's really fucking sad. What kind of man does another man's bidding? What kind of man takes dog whistles? I mean, sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir, you say a mean word about someone, sir, and I will do it, sir. That's literally where they're at. All he has to do is say something rude or mean about someone, and they're on it. Oh, he said we got it. That's the dog whistle. Let's go, guys. Bring it in. Bring it in. Everybody's got to do a show about this person. Everybody's going to talk shit about this person. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's really sad. Sick. It's gross. Get a clue. You know? The problem is that because a small subset of people clap and cheer them on like seals, and more people in that camp sort of donate to these people's channels, they're going to keep doing it. It's for clout and cash. It's really that simple. Clout and cash. Two things. Clout and cash. They don't give a fuck what's true and what isn't. They don't give a shit. They don't care. Dehumanize? Check. Talk shit about someone? Check. Defame them? Cool. No problem. We don't care what's true and what's not. Sewer Turtle told us it was true. Must be true, right? Fuck it if it's not. We don't actually do research. That's not a thing. Right? That's disgusting. The fact alone that I even have to deal with it is just deplorable. But they seem to think for some reason that it's going to make me go away. It's going to shut me up. It's going to make me stop helping his victims. Wrong. Wrong, wrong, and wrong again. If you haven't learned anything in the last 2.5 years, it's that I'm not fucking going anywhere. I am not going to stop advocating for victims, and I'm not going to stop helping people. I was doing that long before I had a fucking YouTube channel. No amount of bullying, harassment, defamation, or lies is going to make me go away. Period. You know? Like, for what? For what? It's just sad. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking sad. Well, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. That's where they get their money. That's where they get their money. You know, it's funny to me. Oh, poor Bailey here likes to repeat lies. Bailey, honey, where? Show me where is my government check. I would love it. Show me where it is at. Show me. Show me where the government check's at. Because I would love some fucking help over here. That'd be great. That'd be amazing. Maybe my husband could work less hours. That'd be great if I could get a government check instead of my smaller check that I get for being a PCA. I would love for the government to help me. So maybe, Bailey, you can ask them if they will help me. I mean, considering you guys spread that lie around fairly often, I mean, maybe they'll actually give it to me. Shit. Hey, government, can I get some help over here? I mean, shit. I mean, it's gross. It's pathetic. And then they come here and think that, like, you're going to get some sort of clout in the comments by saying something that you think is going to hurt my feelings. Like, right? Oh, hey, government. Thanks. I appreciate you. Thanks, gov. Appreciate you. Appreciate. I would love to get some fucking help. My rent is over $2,000 a month. And that's without the utilities, without the gas and the electric that I have to pay for. And then, you know, the internet and the cell phone bills and the food and the basic necessities and clothes that my kids need. And, you know, helping take care of my biological dad. I have to pay for transportation back and forth. So I would love some fucking help over here. That'd be great. That'd be great. That's because she got the boot. He, she, whatever, got the boot already. But hey, the fact that anyone alone thinks that it's okay, to be a fucking bully is the biggest problem that we have here. Okay? Why are my bubbles so big? I've already changed them. Why are they so big? They're bigger today for some reason. Like, some days, I swear to God, StreamYard, like, makes them... I'm just going to move the camera down so that my head isn't half blocked by it. No, clearly they don't. They also don't know what it's like to have to, like, you know, take care of people and work at the same time. Like, it's amazing to me the shit that they'll say because someone said it to them. Amazing. If I told you I saw a purple giraffe, okay, these people will literally repeat that there was a purple giraffe out there. They don't check. They don't care. Someone told them there was a purple giraffe. So therefore, in their mind, there was a purple giraffe, right? They'll keep saying that. So if you have 50 people saying there's a purple giraffe and they say it to 50 more people, and those 50 more people say it to 500 more people, and 500 more people say it to 1,000 people, then you have thousands and thousands or hundreds of thousands of people talking about a purple giraffe that never fucking existed. Something that wasn't true. And this is the problem that we have, folks. Attacking people you've never met in a day in your life and you don't know, that's sad behavior. Are you in middle school? Are you in high school? Do you belong in a clique? I mean, you're a grown ass fucking adult, dude. Grow the hell up. Grow the hell up. I mean, you didn't know. Yeah, you weren't here yesterday, Ashley. They told me that this is a migrant hotel. I mean, you've been to my house, so that's what. Like, this is apparently a migrant hotel. My yard, that's like 4 houses long, apparently isn't a migrant hotel. Who would have known? Who would have known, right? Maybe I should tell my landlord that it's now a migrant hotel because the sewer turtle said so. So like now it has to be a migrant hotel. Like I would if they would like to pay for somebody to help take care of my sick family members, I would love that. That'd be great. Please and thank you. You know? The projection is amazing. Not only that, but the lack of self-awareness, okay? The same people that sit here and down other people for, oh, you live off the government. Where do I live off the government? I ask the government for help and we make too much. Okay. Not enough to survive, but too much to get help. So I would love to know where that check is because it got stuck in the mail somewhere. I'm going to need that shit reissued, sir, ma'am. I'm going to need it reissued because, you know, I need some fucking help over here for sure. You know, it's really just sad. You're talking to other people and complaining about literally the sewer turtle hasn't had a real job since like, was it 2011 or 2014 or something like that? He doesn't have kids he has to stay home with. He doesn't have a sick child like I do. He doesn't have a sick parent like I do. He has a car. He doesn't have to stay home with kids, right? What the fuck is the excuse? I would like to know. I'm just wondering. Just ask for a friend. I mean, the Glare still lives in his mother's fucking basement. And he has the audacity to talk about my wish list, which, by the way, are reasonably priced items that are either in season or like basic things anybody would need. Paper towels, clothing items, which is like what a wish list is for. It's not for you to put like $1,000 items on there. Like nobody can afford to give you that. You put basic things on there that people could afford to give a quick thank you if they wanted to. That's kind of what it's for. But for somebody who lives in their mother's basement, they have a lot to say about everyone else. I haven't lived at home since I was 16. I don't live with mommy. Okay. Pay my own bills. Have my own place. I have sick family members that I have to take care of. I think mental health needs to be checked before people are fucking allowed to use the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? I would love to have the Toys R Us giraffe. That'd be great. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Right? It's a fancy hotel, huh? Damn. It's fancy schmancy. I can't even imagine like a hotel trying to put a place in near my neighborhood. My neighbors would lose their ever-loving minds. Well, they do legitimately pay his child support. They also legitimately pay his rent and for his food and for him to fuck around and also for him to harass and intimidate people. That's what they pay for. It's what they pay all of these other lower level sheep for. It's just really sad that we've gotten to the point where we have creators that are being used like little sheep to go and harass other people when a dog whistle is given. That's scumbag shit. That's just bold-faced scumbag shit. If you have the audacity, oh yeah, he lives in a shared house. He doesn't even rent the whole thing. He shares. It's shared. But he would have no problem talking about someone who does live in a Section 8. And I find it funny that he just tries to like lump everybody in with that. Like it's just really sad. Really, really sad. Because there are people who don't have a choice, right? They don't make. Massachusetts just came out with a thing where you have to pay, you have to make over $300,000 to live comfortably in the state of Massachusetts. That's fucking sad. That's really sad. Like, You did. Well, it's a shared house. It's a shared house. You know, you're right. They might be jealous. They might be jealous that I actually give a fuck about human beings and they don't. You're right. You're right, GA Hello Kitty. You might be right. They might be jealous that they don't have any fucking humanity or morals. You're right. They might be. It's a good point. Thank you, GA Hello Kitty. That's a great point. That is a great fucking point. See, I don't see everything as, like it's a competition. I don't see everything like it's a joke. These are real people's lives. Okay. The cases I cover, they're real people's lives. The people I help, they're real people. Okay. It's their lives. It's not mine. Right. So if and when I am asked to put something out, I put something out. Anything else I'm given stays private until I am given the okay that it is okay to release something, if it is okay to release it. I will never not help someone. As a matter of fact, I have helped many people in the free care and read camp themselves. Why? Because they needed help with something that I could help them with. And they're human, right? I don't give a shit who they thought was innocent or who they thought was guilty. This whole idea that people have to hate each other because we disagreed on a case is fucking crazy to me. It does not compute, because the fact alone remains the same. Most people don't agree on politics, religion, schooling or homeschooling. People don't agree on a lot of things. But they don't hate each other. They don't try to destroy each other. They don't put out lies about each other. They don't put out misinformation. They don't try to defame one another. They don't attack via dog whistles. They don't do that stuff. They just agree to disagree on that subject and find other things that they actually can agree on. And imagine that they're still friends. Me and Sean do not agree on the Karen Reed case. Yet we are friends. Isn't that amazing, folks? You can be friends with someone and not agree on something. Like civil fucking human beings. I mean, damn. Who knew that was a thing? Oh, I don't know. Everyone who has morals or humanity, you know, it's pretty sad that he has made this sort of culture of everyone needs to hate one another. Okay? They need to hate one another. There are a very short list of people that I would say I would use the word hate on. And most people who have come to me for help for the Karen Reed side know who I am as a person. There's a reason that they came to me, and there's a reason why I helped them. Making your opinion based on someone else's opinion not only is fucking gross, dude, but the part that gets me the most is if they knew the actual truth, they'd want to throw up. And I talked about this yesterday, which apparently is some sort of content for Baker. It's ridiculous. What do you mean? Do I disagree with people that earn income on OnlyFans? No. If that's how they earn their income, that's how they earn their income. Why do they need to have why does anybody, let me just get something straight here. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with making income from not a real job. What I'm saying is, if you're doing that and then trying to knock other people down for doing that, don't you think that's hypocritical and a little fucking weird? So don't get out there with your only job being YouTube and then say something about someone else whose job is YouTube. That doesn't make fucking sense, right? That's full-blown being a hypocrite. I don't agree with anybody making a non-traditional form of income. Everybody should be able to make income in any way that fits with their family's needs. People work from home because they don't have jobs. People work from home because they have children at home that they cannot afford the daycare. Whatever way that they choose to work and make money, that's their choice. Some people, I see older guys who just use their trucks to collect scrap metal, right? Like, and they make a killing off just scrap metal. Like, whatever it is that you do to get income for your family, as long as it's legal, give a shit how anybody does that. It's their job. Whatever they choose to do to make income is what they choose to do. it fits their family situation. Obviously, not everybody's situation is the same. Childcare is so expensive that it's a literal income. In the state of Massachusetts, you could pay anywhere from 30 to 75 grand in childcare a year. Most people don't make that in a year, by the way, a year. So some families who do not have family who can watch their kids for free or a neighbor that can watch their kids for free have to stay home. One parent has to stay home because they cannot afford said childcare. And that's that family situation. That's not going to fit into another family that can afford a nanny, or another family that might have a brother or a sister or a grandparent alive that can handle small children or will watch small children or lives nearby. Not everybody has that option, not everybody has that option. Girl, I wish, right, Kathy? I freaking wish. I wish. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that you lost your brother, Lynn. That's awful. I lost someone recently too, and it was hard. So I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. I would help anybody if they asked for it, because I believe everybody deserves that kind of help, right? I might not be able to, help monetarily, but there are a lot of other things I can and have helped with. And it doesn't matter whether you believe Karen Reed is innocent or not. Most people already know that about me because of the amount of people who have come to me. I'm not a shitty person, bottom line. So for people to just take whatever opinion they're fed by someone else, like, that's not only irresponsible, but it shows what kind of person you are if you're ready to just believe whatever you're told on the internet. Never do people stop and think, what is the motivation of these people to say trashy things about someone else? What's the motivation behind that? That's what you want the answer to, is what is the motivation? I don't bother getting into these sort of nitpicky, I respond to people who has something to say about me or to me. I respond. That is it. I do not go out of my way. I don't make posts about random people. I don't dig into their lives. I don't try to shame them, blame them, judge them. I could give a shit less who does what, when, where, why. It is when you become a hypocrite that it becomes a problem. When you project your bullshit onto other people, that is when it becomes a problem. When you are doing the bidding of someone else as a sheep to harm others, that is when it becomes a fucking problem. Okay? And by the way, nice to see you, Kathy. He can get a copyright strike if he wants. Cool. Not playing any videos. He can't get on my live. There's no way for him to get on my live unless I sent him an invite. There's no way for him to get on here, I don't only use black eyeliner. I was using blue yesterday. Used purple a couple days ago. So I don't even know why, that's a question, but I don't only use black eyeliner. I have a million different colors that I use. Right? Hey, you got to do what you got to do. If that's what you want to do, that's okay. That's your choice. That's your choice. Oh, he's restreaming. Oh, okay. Let's give him something to restream then, shall we? Let's give him something to restream, y'all. Thinks I won't nuke my own stream. He's sadly mistaken. Let's see. It looks interesting. Hold on. What do you think it is with the weird questions? Common sense, Jesse. And that's awesome. That's awesome. But you help so many people for free all the time. You just always help. You're always helping someone. I respect the fuck out of that, dude. It's not an easy job. That's for sure. It's sad, though, right? Sad. I love you. I love you. I love all of you. The sidebar. Imagine. I mean, here's the thing, guys. If you feel the need to be a bully, there's something wrong with you. It's not something wrong with the person that you're bullying. There's something wrong with you, that you're that insecure with yourself that you feel the need to bully others. That's pretty fucking sad. You're grown-ass adults, right? If you need to take your dog whistles from someone else in order to attack someone you don't even know and that you know nothing about, that's pretty sad. It's really pathetic, but it's sad. To go out of your way to attack his mortal enemies. Now, your mortal enemies, his mortal enemies. What does that say about you? You're a patsy? Easily used, easily led? I don't give a shit whether you think Karen Reed is innocent or not. I don't give a shit. I couldn't care less. That's irrelevant to me. If you think Karen Reed is innocent, that doesn't make you a shitty or bad person. What makes you a shitty or a bad person is if you're willing to attack other people because of your belief that Karen is innocent. That's what makes you a shitty person. I have plenty of people who think Karen Reed is innocent that I'm friends with. That's fine. They're entitled to their opinion. I disagree, but that's okay. We can agree to disagree on that, right? And we can still be friends. So what I don't understand is what makes it so that the free Karen Reed is innocent creators think that they need to attack every other creator that thought that she wasn't. What's your personal beef? Because most of the time there's no personal beef. Their beef is Turtle Boy has a beef. That's their beef. That's their beef. That it's his beef. I mean, that's sad, right? That's really sad. I don't really understand what grown adults are doing here. We're creators. We need to do better, right? We are the people that are putting out content for other people to watch. If our content is constantly about us attacking every other fucking creator on planet Earth because, you know, the Sua Turtle said so, then what kind of responsible shit are we doing? Right? Like, what kind of fucking responsible shit are we doing? Well, again, he knows how streaming works, and he knows that I'm on multiple platforms. So regardless, there's like 60 of you, I think, on YouTube. There's over 100 on X. Like, I'm a channel of 2,500 subs. I'm not expected to garner 2,000 people watching. Like, that's not realistic. But there's over 100 people on X alone. It's just really sad. I mean, if you're that desperate for quality content, my dude, it's pretty sad if you ask me. Pretty sad. Right? Like, where's the beef, man? Where's the beef? Right? I wonder how they got posted, Donna. Oh, maybe because his mods posted them. He had no problem with it until he had a problem with it. Right? Until he didn't get 5 cents right away. He didn't get his dollar right away. So then you became a scammer immediately. Because he didn't see that dollar right away that he thought he was owed, you imagine, you became a scammer automatically. Even though, by the way, Donna has donated over $300 to the Karen Reed Defense Fund. Let's just throw that out there. She's already donated over $300. I mean, how many shirts do they think she fucking sold? 300? She didn't even sell close to 100. Like, what? He can look for whatever the fuck he wants. That's fun. Lindsay's my friend, and unless she asks to be on, she doesn't just go on, Like, and if she has something to say, she's more than, she can use my stream anytime she wants. She knows that. Most of the victims know that. If there's any time that they need to use my platform, they are more than welcome. Well, that's sad. Well, that's fucking sad. Jeez. I mean, what kind of person, right, attacks other people they don't even know? Just, I mean, who does that? Like, what are you, 5? Because your master said so, little bitch boys? Your master said so. So now's the time, right? Now's the time because their master said so. Oh, he's going to talk shit about B-Tim. B-Tim's more intelligent than him on any fucking day of the week. Times 10. Times 10. So that was fucking stupid. You know, I could give a shit less, honestly, guys, what they're talking about, what they're not talking about, that they're restreaming. I'll nuke this shit. I don't give a fuck. That's the difference. That's the difference between me and them is I don't give a shit. He can look for whatever the fuck he wants. I don't really give two rats' asses. Oh, you know, a lot of people told me a lot of these people magically changed their morals when it came to some of these cases, and now they're screaming the opposite of shit that they had been screaming for years. I'm pretty sure someone told me that, like, Will was supposed to be like anti-bullying for years on his platform, right? He was like anti-harassment and anti-bullying on his platform, right? That's what he said. For years and years, he was like anti-bullying and anti-harassment. What happened to that? I'll tell you what happened to that. Clicks and views and dollars and cents. And he's got to keep riding the Turtle Boy train. Has to. Has to. He has to ride that train. It's that simple. All of them do. My stream's not dependent on any one case, right? If I don't make a ton of money, I don't make a ton of money. It is what it is. My channel of 2,500 subscribers is not expected to make a ton of money. It's a small channel. And I am not willing to just throw my sources out there and just throw documents out there that I have to burn people. I'm not willing to do the unethical bullshit. Better not be talking about fucking Heels, bro. Heels was a better woman than he will ever fucking be. Deplorable. Talking about somebody who's no longer alive who can't defend themselves, that's like the shittiest of the shitty. Why didn't you take up any beef you had with her when she was fucking living? That's just some real sick shit. You know? That's sick shit. To talk about somebody who's not even alive anymore, who can't defend themselves. Nobody ever taught you don't speak ill of the dead. I don't care who it is. You don't speak ill of the dead. They can't defend themselves anymore. Who the fuck? That just shows you, right? What kind of person does that? What kind of person? What kind of person decides that that's okay? I'm just going to endlessly repeat things that I don't know to be true, but I'm just going to repeat them anyway because it's what the audience wants to hear. They want to hear me tear people apart. They want to hear me try to shame and blame people into oblivion, right? Shaming people isn't cute, bro. It's not cute. Right? And I'm probably one of the least judgmental people on planet Earth, right? I've been through the ringer in my life. Most of you know that, right? I've been through a lot of abuse in my life, starting back when I was a kid. And if I can make it through, anybody can. Anybody can, okay? I will forever have CPTSD, all right? I'll deal with that for the rest of my life from the abuse that I endured. But it also made me a better fucking person. It made me more sympathetic, more empathetic, kinder to other people, knowing what they're going through. I would never sit there and down someone for how much money they made, what big of a house they lived in, how many cars they owned. I would never do that because everybody's scenario and situation is different. I have friends who own houses and I have friends who live in Section 8. Everyone's situation is different. Everyone's. And who the fuck is anybody else to judge? And it's funny because the people who like to judge have the most skeletons in their closet. And again, I'm not the person who's going to bring those skeletons out because I think it's fucking shit behavior. Because what does it achieve? What does it achieve? Nothing. It's not meant to do anything. Literally. It's meant to try to shame, blame, victim blame, try to make someone feel like they're less than. Here's the difference. Once again, I know who the fuck I am. I don't need a pat on the back from a sewer turtle or from anyone else for that matter. I know what kind of person I am. And the people who know me know what kind of person I am. I don't need a pat on the back. from anyone. When you're looking for that kind of thank you, Cappy. I appreciate your 1999 donation. I appreciate you guys. I didn't even say anything about the donation submitting because I completely forgot, because this stream wasn't just about me. The amount of bullying that's been happening, because I could give a shit. They've been going after me for 3 fucking years, right? I just find it funny that as soon as that dog whistle is given, they immediately hop right on it. It's like, do you not have any morals at all? What happened to your anti-bullying platform some of you had? What happened to that? That just goes out the window when you don't even have a personal beef with me. Your beef is that Turtle Boy has a beef with me. And you don't even actually know what that beef is, because none of y'all were around for that, right? So y'all don't actually know whatever even happened. I know. He knows. And he can lie about it all he wants, but he damn well knows. See, that's the difference. I know the truth, so I don't have to give a fuck. The only people that have to give a fuck are the people who are trying to hide shit. I would not want to be him, living in a world full of lies constantly, having to lie on top of a lie, on top of a lie, on top of a lie, constantly. That's got to be a pretty shitty life to live. You know? I mean, listen, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, here's the thing, right? If your content is just going after other people, maybe you need to take a damn good look in the mirror and say, what am I actually doing that for? Am I doing it because that person deserves it and did something that was so awful and terrible that they warranted being harassed or defamed or lied about or made fun of? Or am I doing it because the audience claps like seals and sends massive donations when I make fun of people because it's what they want to see? Some of these people need to take a damn good look in the mirror. Okay? Because at this point, it is abundantly clear to most people on planet Earth that that kind of behavior is shit you do in like middle school. And even then it's fucking gross. But as grown ass adults, if your content has to surround making fun of people, trying to shame people, harassing other people, sending your minions to do it, then you're a pathetic human being. It's really that simple. There's a reason why I don't go on Twitter and make tweets and just go, the broken baker and the glare do this, this, and this. I only respond to people who have something to say to me. And even then, most of the time, I just ignore it, because realistically, do I give a shit what either one of them think about me? No, not really. I don't really care. They mean absolutely nothing to anyone. What really concerns me the most is that people from the free Karen Read side and people from the, anti-free Karen Read side, actually, some of these people have a lot in common. Aside from them not believing that Karen Read is innocent on the anti-Karen Read side, and aside from people believing that she is on the Karen Read side, some of those people have some really big missed opportunities of friendships or acquaintanceships or sourcing information, or, there's a lot of missed relationships simply because So Turtle told you guys to hate each other, right? Can you imagine just hating someone because someone told you to? Or just hating someone because, the sewer turtle made up a bunch of shit, and so it must be true because he said so. And then those things get twisted and someone else repeats them and so on and so forth. Can you imagine just hating someone just for that reason only? Because I can't. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't, right? There are a lot of missed connections, missed relationships, missed people that have a lot in common that could probably help one another on an emotional level, on a mental level, and even sometimes just in real life, sort of getting through things that they've been through that are similar. And it's unfortunate that this side versus this side thinks it's an us versus them, that it needs to be an us versus them, destroy or all. I mean, we're not children. We're grown adults, right? This whole everyone needs to be destroyed, the Turtle Boy doesn't like thing, it's kindergarten. It's what it is. It's kindergarten. If he has a beef with someone, let him have his fucking petty beef with someone. What's that got to do with anyone else? Nothing. There's nothing to do with anyone else. Nothing. Nobody's going to tell me who I can talk to. Nobody's going to tell me who I can like and who I'm not going to like. Most people know that about me. Nobody's going to control who I can be friends with, who I'm not going to be friends with, so on and so forth. Yeah, that happens sometimes, you know? Like, I have arthritis and fibromyalgia, and so sometimes I make typos because my hands are shaking and they hurt. Especially on my phone when the keyboard's like this big, and I don't care because I'm not writing a college fucking essay. It's the internet, you know? Oh, it's definitely simple, in my opinion. The case is very simple. The fact that other people disagree, cool. Good question. I don't know. You'd have to ask them. Because he told them to? Or because he fed them some bullshit lie that they believed, and so now they're like, oh, you're bad because you did this, this, and this because he said so. That's why. You know? Yeah, I mean, and I respect that you think she was innocent. That's cool, you know? You totally can think she's innocent. But people don't have to hate each other because you don't believe the same thing on a case. Whether Karen walks around free or not doesn't affect my life, right? Does it make me feel sad for the witnesses? Abso-fucking-lutely it does. That breaks my heart for them. It absolutely breaks my heart for them. But it doesn't affect my life, right? If there are people over there who just think that she's innocent and haven't done this most deplorable, disgusting, vile, like attacking of other people, I should just shun them because they thought Karen Read was innocent? No. No. And I'm not going to. No. Just having a different opinion on a case is not going to make me hate someone or dislike them or not help them when they reach out for help. That's just ridiculous. My problem is there are some really good people on both sides that have missed opportunities and missed friendships of people that I think that they not only would really get along with, but that they would really love. And they've missed that opportunity because a YouTuber told them not to like someone. That's fucking insane. And not only that, but believing everything someone says about someone else is friggin' insane to me. I go back to the purple giraffe. If I say, oh, guys, there's a purple giraffe outside, and then 50 people believe me, and those 50 people tell 50 more people, and so on and so forth, then people are saying it like it was a fact, like there was actually a purple giraffe outside, when in reality, there was no purple giraffe. I just said that. So we have a lot of that going on YouTube. Someone just says something, and everybody imagine, now it's true, because they said so, right? They said it's true, so it's true. It's not the way the truth works. Sorry to tell you. It's just not, It's just not. Yeah, well, everybody knows he lost them before Karen Read. Is he trying to say he lost them after her? He lost them before that ever even happened. That's why he lost them, was the shit he was saying. Well, it's the same reason why he keeps repeating that he was arrested because he was speaking up for Karen Read. Nothing to do with his arrest, had nothing to do with Karen. Another reason why Karen really can't stand him and does not appreciate him, I'm told, appreciate him saying that shit, is because him being arrested had nothing to do with her. And as a matter of fact, she told him not to go there. So him using her as a reason why he was arrested is something that she does not appreciate, I'm told. Gee, I wonder why, You know? I mean, what's crazy to me is some of these people don't even know the history of our country, right? What the Constitution was founded on and why. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me, okay? It is amazing. Oh, yeah, no, he pushed her onto the couch. I mean, obviously, she's not saying, like, he fucking punched her in the face, right? Like, but that's still assault. That's still assault. If you push someone, that is still assault. If you spit on someone, it's assault. Just FYI. Yeah, I mean, it's a cesspool, It's a cesspool. It just really fucking is. It's unfortunate that shouldn't have to be that way, It really shouldn't. Right? Right? Sailboat? Say it again. Say it with your chest. You know what I mean? Hey, Deb. Nice to see you. Yeah, I have arthritis and fibromyalgia. So sometimes this is why like I stop typing sometimes, or I make a lot of typos, because my hands will be like in a lot of pain. But I have arthritis more than just in my hands. I have it in my knees, my hips. I have a lot of inflammation in my body. I have myocarditis, which is the inflammation of the like muscle around your heart. So I get like random chest pains, kind of feels like a heart attack. And the first couple times I had it, I thought it was a heart attack, and I'm like, I'm too young to have a fucking heart attack. Obviously. And then I had a bunch of testing done, EKGs and all sorts of other shit. I have psoriatic arthritis, so I have psoriasis too. I have it on my scalp, I have it on my leg, but I also have rheumatoid. So yay me! I'm a mess. I always tell my doctor, I'm like, can you fix me, please? I can't fix you. I can band-aid you, but I cannot fix you. You know? Well, that's a big part of it. That's a huge part of it. And that's why I say to people, like, do you ever think to yourself, what is his goal with all of this? What is he trying to do? What is his motivation? Most of the motivation is to shut people up who are saying things that are true that he knows eventually is going to come out. And to me, it's like, you don't have to believe me. I don't care. I don't give a shit. You don't have to believe me. All the truth is going to come out eventually. When you come back to me and you say, oh shit, you were right, I'm going to say, tried to tell you, you didn't listen. Sorry, not sorry. I don't have to care because I know the truth. So I don't have to give a shit. I don't have to. Wait, what? Who? I don't even know who that is. I mean, I don't know who Amy Boston is. Obviously, I know who Tom is, but I have no idea who Amy Boston is. No idea. I think you have to make sure that your little bell is changed to all and not some. You know? That sounds like fun, right? When you just scream at everyone for 15 minutes. That sounds like a fun show. Rheumatoid, not osteo. Rheumatoid. They need estrogen. Well, that's the thing. Nobody should be stopping you. Like, my viewers know, I've said this a billion times, they could watch me and they could go watch Blair if they want. I could give a shit less who they watch. That's their choice. Who they choose to watch is who they choose to watch. It's their free will. And I have no anger over them watching someone else. I don't care who they watch. Like, that's their choice to watch whoever they want to watch. I think if there's a creator that's getting mad at you for watching someone else, like, you should ask yourself why. Why are they mad? What are they so mad about? You know, what are they so angry about? Why does it affect them? Unless they think that you're giving that other person money and it belongs to them. And in that point, that's not a creator I want to watch. If they think that my money, they're entitled to. Nobody's entitled to my money or to tell me who to donate to or who to not donate to. That's up to me. And if I donate to one person, I might also donate to someone else. You know, you have these creators that get pissed off because they see you donate to someone they don't like and they think, oh, that was my money. That was my viewer. No, it's not your viewer. They're a person with free will. They can watch whoever they want and not watch whoever they want. They can donate to whoever they want. They don't have to donate to anybody they don't want. That's the beauty of free will, right? I mean, people miss that though. They miss it. They miss the parts where he sort of tells on himself, because then eventually he'll realize, like he said it, and either clip that part out or, you know, delete that or whatever. And they missed that part or they didn't see it. So then like, oh, it didn't actually happen. Like, no, but it did. And his own text messages will prove it. But hey, don't listen to me. Don't listen to a damn thing I got to say. You know? Girl, don't you worry. We'll always be here when you decide to come, you know? Yeah, nobody's gonna ban anybody in my chat unless they're being rude, ignorant, you're trolling. Like, those things will get you blocked and banned abso-friggin-lutely. Having a different opinion about something, as long as you're respectful, is not going to get you blocked and banned. You know, everybody's not going to agree on everything. It's that simple. It's really that simple. I honestly can't imagine going on someone's show where they just screamed at me for 15 minutes. Like, that doesn't sound like fun, Ski. It just doesn't. Does not sound like fun, you know? Listen, you could probably run faster than me with your 2 toes that are lost, all right? Girl, listen. It's just sad, you know? You said she deserved it because she was crying. Excuse me, what now? Excuse me, what now? Well, that's sad. Listen, I don't watch him, so I don't know what he says and doesn't say. Other people watch him and send me clips and shit. I refuse to give him any kind of view. No, he's moved on to sending people to harass me instead, as if that's going to make me disappear or go away or stop helping his victims. I am now the target because I am helping his victim from New Jersey. And I'm friends with Lindsay, so I am now the target again. Here, we're back around in this circle where I become the target again. And so it's like, I've been doing this for 3 years with him. Okay. He can send as many of his bully creators as he wants to say whatever they want. Okay. There is nothing about my life story that I haven't been open about for a real long time. Right. I was someone who had been abused from a young age and went from being an addict to full circle in life and eventually working in the prison system for the criminally insane in mental health in the prison system. So I don't apologize for going through the pain that I went through in my life and the things that I had to deal with that no normal person should ever be put through or have to deal with. I do not apologize for making it out of addiction. And I will never apologize for it. I've been sober going on 18 years this year. I will never fucking apologize for that ever. You can say as many things as you want about it. As many as you want. I don't give a shit. See, that's the difference. Is he seems to think that pulling things up like me being, an addict more than over a decade and a half ago is somehow going to shame me into going away. It's not. Or me being low income is somehow going to shame me into going away. It's not. Talk to me when you have 2 terminally ill family members you have to help take care of, and then tell me how much money you got fucking left over after that. I'll wait. Okay? I'll wait. That's not going to shame me into anything. Period. Okay? I don't give a shit what he thinks of me because his own personal life is more of a dumpster fire than anybody he fucking talks about. And then he cries and whines when people talk about his personal life. Well, it's none of anyone's business. Sir, you made it their business when you decided to rip apart other people's lives and add a bunch of lies into what you're telling people. You made it everyone's business when you did that. The audacity of someone to say that. I would rather be low income every day, all fucking day. I would trade all the money in the world for my daughter's health. I would trade it all. All of it. You know, it's a good question, Sailboat. I don't know. I didn't actually think of that. Didn't give too much thought to that. I haven't given too much thought to that show itself at the Wilbur, but probably a couple. It's unfortunate, but when you lie and shit, I don't know. I don't know. Oof. That's going to be, don't toot too much, Ski. Know your limit, all right? Know your limit and take breaks when you need to. If you're out there mowing the lawn with arthritis, like take breaks, drink water, take the breaks when you need to. Don't push yourself too far. I have fibromyalgia on top of the arthritis and stuff. So you got to know your physical limits, Yeah. See, I know what happened because I'm friends with Lindsay, but I didn't hear him say that, obviously, because I don't watch his stuff. I don't care to. So, but either way, let me ask people this. Do you think that someone who did something illegal is going to start screaming from the rooftops that they did that thing? Do people really think that he's just going to start screaming he did it? Sometimes he tells on himself in like roundabout ways, but do you think he's just going to come out to his audience and be like, yep, I committed all the crimes that I'm charged with. I did them all, guys. Of course not. It's common sense. Of course, he's going to deny, and say he didn't do it and blah, blah, blah. The reality is that's just not true. And the evidence itself will show the world what happened. I suspect we won't get to that point. I suspect he doesn't want that evidence out so badly that he will cop a deal. That's what I suspect, because there's no other way to avoid most of that stuff coming out other than to make a fucking deal with the government. That's your option. Make a deal with the government if you want to stop a trial and stop all of that actual evidence from coming out to the public. Because when, not if, when some of that stuff comes out, it's going to ruin him. All these people that sat here and clapped like seals while he, made his dog whistles to his other creators to attack people. All of that stuff's going to come out into the open, and everyone is going to know what he was doing behind closed doors and all the lies he was telling them. And how funny he thought it was to tell people those lies because, and no, these are his words, because they're so stupid and will believe whatever he says. I mean, that's speaks for itself, really. Okay? Speaks for itself. And that sort of statement has been made more than once about his viewers and his followers, which is just makes me sick to my stomach to think about. I can't imagine not being grateful to the people that take the time out of their day to come here and watch the show, or who come here and watch the replay, or who come here and donate or hit the like button or hit the share button. I can't imagine not giving a shit about the people who sort of help your channel along. It just doesn't, I can't compute that in my mind. For him, he thinks he's owed it. Everything he thinks he is owed. You're going to donate under $5? You're a piece of shit. Don't do it. That's what he tells people. Then he will berate you if you donate under $5 and write something, because that's not worth his time. It's not worth his time, guys. I'm sorry, what? It's not worth your time? How do you think you got there, sir? How do you think you got there? Ooh, that would be fun. Can we get one of those? A remote control lawnmower? That would be fun. I mean, you said it, not me, but there are many people who have decided to jump on the back of his wagon and just hold on for dear life. And anytime he gives an indirect order of who to attack or who he doesn't like this week, that's their go. That's their go flag. Their little flag that got waved. He said something mean about someone. We got to jump on this person. That's his dog whistle. It's really sad. I mean, that means these people aren't acting in their own capacity of their own, like, oh, you know what? I don't like this person for X, Y, and Z reason. So never mind the fact that YouTube was never meant in a way for you to harass and attack other people. That's not what the platform is for. And as a matter of fact, it's against terms of service. It's not meant for you to use dog whistles to attack people you, quote, don't like. It's not what YouTube is for. And the fact that grown-ass adults, especially men, are actually using it for that is really disgusting and despicable. It takes a special kind of fucking asshole to unite the two sides of free Karen Reed and not free Karen Reed. And I don't mean like fully unite, but I mean for some people over here and some people over here to actually become friends. It takes a special kind of fucking asshole to do that. Because there was so much hate and vitriol and anger sort of thrown both ways between both sides. But there's been a couple special assholes that have made that happen. So I guess those special assholes could give themselves pats on the back, because some people from this side and some people from this side have had adult conversations to each other. Because the special kind of assholes in the middle that decided that they were going to defame and lie about people because the sewer turtle doesn't like them. Some of those people allowed other people, by spewing the nonsense, to figure out that some of that was not true. And so then they just went directly to the source and talked to them and figured out that, holy shit, there was a lot of lies coming out. And so it takes a special kind of asshole to get people like that to talk, right? But that's been happening for quite some time. And a lot of people, every day, there's new connections being made. And I think had there not been so much vitriol and anger that he spread throughout this entire case between both sides, of one side needs to hate the other side and we all need to attack one another and attack everyone. If he didn't do that, I think it would have been the same as, okay, well, we don't agree on that case. Cool. But maybe we agree on a different case, or maybe we agree on a different thing. And you know what? We're still friends. I'm still cool with you. I don't agree with your opinion on this case, but we're still cool because I think you're a cool person. That has happened more often now than it ever did in the beginning of all of this. And I think had he not been pushing that amount of hate, and his little minions who jumped on the bandwagon to do so, pushed this amount of hate, there would have been a lot more of that going on. And it's funny because I'm now finding that a lot of people are now, right this very minute, starting to make those connections with other people who they, quote, didn't like because someone told them to. They started to realize on their own, slowly but surely, like, wait a second, why don't I like that person? Just because someone told me not to? Because someone said they did this bad thing? How do I know they did it? And how do I know that that's even a thing? You don't. You don't. All right? You don't. You don't. How many people have been told to hate other people? Nobody's going to tell me who I'm going to fucking like and who I'm not going to like. Can you imagine if somebody was like, Elise, Joy is not your friend. She did X, Y, and Z, and she's a terrible person. I'd be like, you can go fuck yourself. Joy's a wonderful person. I don't give a shit what you say. You don't know her. So how dare you make an opinion on someone you don't fucking know? You know? I mean, you do. You have to be a miserable fuck to think that it's like funny and okay to be a bully. It's not. It's not cute. It's not okay. It's despicable. It's deplorable. You're fucking grown ass adults. Childish behavior. My kids behave better than that. The fuck? Like, my kids behave better than grown adults. What does that tell you? You know? Oh, he is. But that's what his viewers want to see. They want to see him trashing people because that's what they're so used to, you know? That's what they're used to. There's a lot of that going on, though. Make no mistake, it's not just Lindsay. And of course, Lindsay's been through fucking hell. And yes, he has lied and lied and lied and lied when it comes to Lindsay because I think he's fucking embarrassed. He's embarrassed. He don't want to tell the truth. He doesn't want the truth out there. But there's so many people he's done this to, especially his exes. Now, mind you, I'm friends with 3 of his ex-girlfriends. We're all wonderful people. They're all special in their own way and have things that they're really good at in their own way and things that they enjoy doing and I enjoy doing. And each one of them I have a friendship with. Each one of them. And I adore each one of them. And if you talk to all 3 of them separately, right? Because some of them aren't even friends with each other, but if you talk to them separately, you'll find that their stories, the parts that aren't public, are friggin' almost exact. And then compare those to any other victim. A lot of shit starts to come to the surface. And then you might want to talk to someone that has evidence. Or multiple of these people that have evidence. And then you look at that. And then put that with shit that he admitted to. Like using his own kids and pictures in the bathtub to frame someone he didn't like and to bring in fake evidence to the court. Which he has done on a multitude of occasions. Fake evidence into a court to pass it off as real to set someone up he didn't like and call them a liar. He then admitted to it later on after all the evidence was out there for the world to see. And his only excuse to that was, well, those were private and nobody was supposed to see that. Well, nobody was supposed to see you conspiring to bring fake evidence into which he ended up doing because the stuff didn't come out until after the court date. But that's the kind of person you're endorsing. Because if you think he's going to do it once or twice, you think he's magically not going to do it again? Stop it. You think he learned his lesson? This is stuff that was going on long before the Karen Reed case. So if you think magically he learned his lesson and he'll never do it again, you got another thing coming. If you don't think that there's copious amounts of blackmail and threats in his devices, I have a bridge to sell you. Seriously. You know? I mean, here's the thing. I don't think anybody's kids should ever be brought into anything, ever. But I feel for them. That's for sure. you know? Well, there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of hive-minded, and there shouldn't be. Well, we know that's silly. We know that. Neither does mine, you know? If I just don't like you, I just don't like you. And it just doesn't, my hatred don't discriminate. But I'm also just like you. Are you just gonna hate me because someone told you to, VDOT? I'm not gonna say your real name, but are you? No, you're not, obviously, for obvious reasons. You know? Like, you actually know me as a person. So it's amazing to me the shit that people will believe. You know? That worries me too. The poor fucking kids, which is why I don't share them, you know, because they're kids, dude. They're kids. Kids need to be left the fuck alone, you know? They're children. They don't deserve any of it. None of it. They didn't ask for anything. They're kids, you know? Oh yeah, absolutely. They are the most underreported children. Victims in all of this is the safety issues that come along with the shit that he puts them in predicaments of. Do you know how many fucking death threats I've gotten? Quite a few. Let's just put it that way. Quite a few, you know? Quite a freaking few. It's just sad. I mean, to boost income, I mean, that's not even an excuse in any stretch of the imagination, you know? It, I use the text to speech too sometimes, and it just like talks gibberish. Like, thanks, text to speech. It can't be everybody else, right? Why is the finger always pointed at every other person? There's no accountability, no responsibility. It's everyone else. It's never him. It's everyone else is crazy. Everyone else is a scammer. Everyone else is a grifter. Everyone else is using someone to gain attention or clicks or views. But that's literally exactly what he does. So being a hypocrite, it's like not a good look, dude. You literally accuse people of doing the exact same things you do behind closed doors on a daily fucking basis. I mean, it's the audacity for me. It's the audacity to sit there and be a hypocrite. That's what does it for me. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. If you get on your show and you tell other people to get a job when your only job is YouTube, you're a fucking hypocrite. You're a fucking hypocrite. If you get on your show and you tell other people that they need to buy a new home or get a house. Oh, you live in an apartment? Get a house. You live in a basement or in a shared house or not even in this country. And you have the audacity to talk about where someone else lives or why? Here's an idea. It's none of your fucking business what someone else's finances are, where they live, whether they own a vehicle or a home or a trailer home for that fucking matter. Who gives a shit? The fact that you think that making that into content is a thing that should be done is the problem here. The fact that people think using his dog whistles to attack other people is cute is the problem here. Bullying is not cute. Harassing other people with the lies and bullshit, not cute. I wish I had a fucking Section 8. That would certainly help me spend more than, less than 30% of my income on rent. Because mine's close to like 80 on just rent alone. After the rest of the bills, there's nothing left. So I would love to get that kind of help. But by pushing that and saying, Section 8, yeah, Section 8, when that is just a bold-based lie, that's called defamation. It's called defamation, my friend. You are defaming someone else. And then you're using that to try to make them what? Feel ashamed? Or they're bad because they have Section 8? I mean, do you know how ignorant you sound by saying that? Because I have friends who have Section 8. I also have friends who could use one because they're using 80, 90% of their income on just housing costs alone. But they don't qualify, same as I don't, because they make $500 over the limit or $1,000 over the limit or whatever it is. To think that kids should always be off limits, but to think that you're going to use people's children, where they live, whether they own a vehicle, whether they own a car, who their friends are, as some sort of clout or some sort of gotcha. People who are like clapping that on like it's cute, like you need to look deep inside of yourself, because it's not the person that's being attacked that's the problem. I mean, anybody who's taken a psych course knows this. It's Psych 101. The person doing the attacking has something deep inside of them that they're not comfortable with about themselves, right? They're not comfortable with themselves. They're not happy with themselves. They are angry or upset or have a huge ego. So they take it out on other people. The person being attacked isn't the problem. It's the person doing the attacking that's the problem. Anybody who's ever been to college and taken a psych course should know that. Okay? Well, this is something he's been doing for years. I love when people are like, he's not a racist, he's not a misogynist, he's not. Go back years. Just go back years. You don't even have to look at right now. Go back years to the things that he said and did pre-Karen Reed. It's a pattern of behavior. It's all the same over and over and over and over. It's just different people. So if all of these people who are being used by him to do his dog whistle stuff, to go out and attack other people, he wants them to attack by doing these dog whistles. If all these other creators don't realize it, let me break it down for you. Eventually, you will be the target. He will do it to you. Eventually. If you get more attention than him, more views, or you start making more money, or you get better opportunities than him, you will be on the receiving end of that target. And the flying monkeys will come for you. And don't cry to me and say, I should have known, or nobody warned me. The pattern of behavior warns you. You jumped into the mob mentality and did what you were told like a good doggy. I love you. I love your stinking face, my friend. You know, it just is. Young jerks, his friend is being sued by a black business for being racist, and all free Karen Reed people donate to him without knowing what the lawsuit is about because he just says it's bullshit. I didn't know about that lawsuit. I had no idea that existed. I'll have to look into that. I can't comment on it because I didn't know it existed. You know? What I take seriously is the fact that so many people clap it on, right? They clap on that mob mentality. And I'm not saying everyone, obviously, but there are so many people that just clap and clap and clap. It's funny to them, right? It's super funny to them until it's someone they love or a friend of theirs or someone they care about. And then they start to realize, like, wait a second, hold on. If he was so bold enough to lie about the person that I care about in the way that he did, wait a second, maybe. And then it clicks with them that this is something he's been doing for a long time. I can't help people along that road to figure it out. It's just, unfortunately, they have to experience it for themselves or have someone close to them experience it in some way for them to understand. Because I don't understand how many of these people are willfully ignorant, or they just don't want to believe that the things that he's told them are not true. Because if they believe that, then they have to relook at everything they've ever listened to that came out of that camp and all of the other people. So they would have to rethink all of the information they've been given from these people. Well, if you go and check what the motivation behind it is, you'll figure it out pretty easily. The motivation behind attacking people isn't they did something horrible and bad. Usually it's along the lines of a petty jealousy issue, that he gets jealous of something, or you didn't lie for him and he got caught lying privately. One of a bunch of different things, but usually it's a petty jealousy issue or a issue where you didn't lie for him and he got caught, and that's causing him problems in his life. So he's mad because you're the reason that he got caught lying because you didn't lie for him. And so he's got to do everything he can to sort of cover that up. And what's the best way that he's been doing for 10 years to cover up something that he did? Accuse that person of lying and being bad. Many of you don't even realize that Tom CPU had an entire blog written about him. Why? Well, because Tom CPU, who was an Aiden follower, called Aiden out for cheating on his wife and was like, I got information he was cheating on his wife, and I'm not okay with that. Right? Well, guess what? Tom CPU was right. He was 100% right, and the information was correct. And Aiden knew it. But instead of admitting he did something he shouldn't have done, what did he do? He wrote an entire blog and trashed Tom. You'll never hear Tom talk about that now, though. Why? Because the truth's embarrassing. He didn't want to tell people the truth. So instead, he called the guy who was telling the truth the liar, made up a bunch of shit about him, added that into a blog, and trashed him on his live stream and said, this person's bad. He's a creep. He's a weirdo. You'll never hear Tom tell that story. Why? Why not? Jess Machado admits that the things that Aiden wrote in the blog were lies, and that if he had just spoke with her, right? If he had just spoke with her, then that would have been cleared up and he wouldn't have wrote that. She's doing him a favor by lying about that, because common sense knows that he doesn't contact anybody he writes a blog about. He writes it out of spite, petty jealousy, anger, because he's trying to hide his own shit. It's embarrassing. He doesn't want people to know. So the only way for people to not listen to the truth being told is to attack that other person, say they're bad, say they're a liar, before they can ever say anything that'll make him look bad. They know too much, or they know something that happened, and if he does not attack first, chances are they might tell someone, or they might get on their own live stream and tell someone, and then, so he's got to attack first and try to, quote, discredit them. And again, there's personal messages that he sent to people that are probably in discovery from his devices where he admits to that. He doesn't care if it's a lie or not. He has to discredit them so nobody will listen, because he uses the same MO every time. Well, you're just mad because Turtle Boy called you out. Called you out on what? 9/10 of the shit he calls someone else out on is not true. Oh, he loves to. How many times has he attempted to get a restraining order on a woman? I'll tell you, quite a few. Quite a few. I know. I filed a copyright strike. Okay, creep. Ooh, you're always watching. Like, is that a threat, sir? Do I need to make the police aware, you fucking creep? Because that's creepy. That's creepy as hell. If you're always watching me, that's creepy as fuck, and you need some serious mental health help. You're stage 5 clinger status, bro. You're a fucking weirdo. Maybe get a life. I don't know. You know what? You can watch me all you want. Not going anywhere. Isn't that amazing? Well, that's the problem. Right? Marked safe. He can try to counter all he wants. You can't counter copyright someone for their own content, you fucking idiot. It's amazing to me. Well, you can't. That's the problem, right? You can't do all that and then just be like, oh, it's just 1A. No, it's not. 1A has limits. It's not in. It doesn't not have limits. It's not the way it works. Everyone's trying to use that excuse, especially in Aiden's case, where the judge came back and was like, yeah, no, this is not 1A protected activity. The judge already made an order on that, already came out with the decision with that stuff. It's just sad, right? Because it doesn't have to be that way, Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like 70 years ago. Definitely not. It's not a thing. It's hate speech. It's not protected under 1A, What the? He's not being sued because of what's Grant have to do with that? Like, I don't get it. What does Grant have to do with that? It has nothing to do. And listen, I'm not, a huge fan of Grant because he does spread a lot of misinformation or what his opinion is and then uses it as some sort of fact, which again is a problem with a lot of creators. But I mean, Grant has nothing to do with that lawsuit. What does Grant have anything to do with that? Well, that's the problem with a lot of these people is the truth is embarrassing, right? And what really sucks is a lot of these people don't even realize they're being lied to. And I think for me, I feel sad for the people who will figure out later on that they were duped, because all these people put money and time and effort into something that they thought was a good thing or someone they thought was being wrongfully accused. And in reality, there's no setup. There's no conspiracy. He did it of his own free will, his own volition. He committed those crimes, period. And these people assume that he's got some bombshell to prove that it's some wild conspiracy, when in reality, all of the stuff that's going to come out at trial is going to show what he was doing and saying behind closed doors that they have no idea about. And they're going to be just as shocked as anyone else when it does come out. And I can't say I didn't try to warn people. It is what it is. They don't have to believe me. That's cool. I don't expect some people to. They probably will never realize it until it's out there in the open and a trial comes. But I suspect that trial will never happen because I suspect he never wants that information out there. So if he does not make a deal, it's going to come out. His only option is to make a deal. Make a deal with the government, and some of it won't come out. The rest that private citizens like me have, because the victims sent it to me, that stuff will get released. But if he wants to save some of it from not coming out that people don't have, then the only way to do that is to make a deal with the government. Yeah, broken brain is right. Broken brain is right. It's like my legal text. Like, bro, you don't even live in this country and you don't know our laws. That's abundantly clear. Abundantly clear. Okay. Ooh, I'm so scared. Go down for what exactly? See, that's the funny part is you don't go down for telling the truth. It's not how it works. Sorry, not sorry. There's nothing to go down for. That's what's so funny to me. Like, what exactly am I going to go down for? You don't go down for telling the truth. That's kind of not how it works there, bud. It's kind of not how it works. Oh, man. I mean, Kate's not the only one who went to court and said he's afraid of as women, like multiple women. How emasculating to walk into a court as a man and proclaim that you are afraid of multiple women. I mean, damn. My husband would rather be caught dead than ever admit he's afraid of a woman. Most men would rather be caught dead than ever admit they're afraid of a woman. I mean, way to deflate your masculinity there, bub. Amazing, huh? Amazing. Oh my God. I forgot about that. Forgot about the rapping thing. Forgot about the rapping thing. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate you. You did get a notification. Whoop, whoop. No prob. I got you, my friend. I think what pisses me off though is not even that, is that if you ask about things that they don't want to answer and it's not like rude, it's just you've been in the chat for a minute and you're just chit-chatting with people and you're talking and you're being respectful and you're like, hey, what about that thing? Someone could just say as a creator, like, that's not something I'm going to talk about. I appreciate the question, but it's not something I'm going to talk about. Most of them get so mad because that subject is normally something that they're lying about and they don't want the truth out about. Because if it isn't, you would just say like, oh, that's not something I can talk about. I appreciate it, but I'll get to it at a different time. People like him who are hiding things though get pissed and have their mods you're bounced immediately. You didn't say anything bad. You didn't, you weren't mean. You just All you have to say is that's not something that I can talk about right now. It's not that hard. You know, I mean, he's afraid. Bottom line is the broken I'm afraid is afraid of the backlash he would get if he doesn't agree with the sewer turtle and do his bidding. It's really that simple. It's not rocket science, you know? They're afraid, you know? It's sad, you know? It's really just sad. You're a grown ass man, dude. You're a grown ass man trying to bully a woman you don't even know. Get a fucking grip. Get a grip. Listen, we all might have some views that some people think are irrelevant. That's okay. We're still allowed to have them because they're our views, you know? They're our views. Ooh, is it a purple? Is it a purple bear, Joy? is it a purple bear? Can we tell everybody there's a purple bear in your backyard / canyon? Is that a thing? Everybody will believe it if we tell them it's purple, you know? People just believe anything these days. We tell them it's a purple bear, they might believe it, you know? Just saying. Hold on a second, guys. All right. I always get a million messages while I'm here and can't always check them all the time. So I apologize. I'm getting obviously a bunch of different people in a bunch of different places, and I can't always answer them and reply back. So I apologize, y'all. But sometimes they're important to check because sometimes there's like a story or more information on one of the cases I'm covering. And Jack, my friend, I appreciate you, Jack. See Jack's little donation over here of 1311 says thank you. No, thank you, Jack. I appreciate you, my friend. I do see your message. I haven't opened it yet, but I haven't opened a bunch of them yet. If you're like Jack and you want to donate to the channel, we have a bunch of different ways of doing so. We have a link at the top of the chat that you can use your credit or debit card with. You don't need any of the payment apps. You can just click on that link up there. It's also in the description of the video, and you can click on it and you can enter your card details in any amount you want. Or you can do Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Revolut. Those are all options too if you'd like to support the channel. We're not larger channels like some of these bullies, and I find it funny that these channels who are much larger than mine feel the need to bully a smaller channel and a woman nonetheless, a woman they don't know and have never met, but need that dog whistle, because I'm not the only one. Let's make something clear. The second that Aiden gave the dog whistle that Donna was bad, okay, they went right at it. Let's make something clear here. Donna did donate. She does have evidence and proof of it. So to claim she didn't is a lie. Aiden lied. Okay, that's a lie. She absolutely did donate over $300 to the Karen Reed Defense Fund, by the way. So who knows where they all are at? Who knows? You know, we do have great subs and great members. We absolutely do. I think what gets me is this is a pattern of behavior with these people, right? It's all the same creators going after anybody that the sewer turtle doesn't like. None of them find that weird. Anybody with eyeballs and maybe a little integrity starts asking, why the hell are you going after people that Aiden Kearney doesn't like? Oh, because you want his audience to come in and clap and donate, right? That's what you want. So don't sit here and act like you're not running on the back of the Aiden Kearney train to get all of those people to come donate to your channel so you can, you know, clap away like a seal and make fun of people. There's no other reason that you would need to go after every person that he does not like. Right? It's common sense. It's literally common sense. It's not hard to figure out. I know, right? Imagine that. Imagine. Hey, Jimbo. Yes, I talked to her. Not every day, but I talked to her. So I knew she was alive. It's just sad, right? There is no need for all the hate. And it's like the hate has been spread so far at this point. I don't think there's any pulling it back. But I'm hoping that other creators start to woman and man up and start acting like grown adults, because we're showing other people what it's okay to do and what it's not okay to do. So if you run and attack every person that Turtle Boy doesn't like, the 6 or 7 different channels that are still trying to like stay in good with him, right? You run around and start attacking every person he throws the dog whistle to do. It becomes abundantly clear to everyone what you're doing, right? But then you're showing other people who are not so mentally stable that are on some of these platforms that they could just start a YouTube channel and start bullying anybody they don't happen to like. And we need to do better. We're creators, right? We are creators, and we're showing people what's okay and what's not okay. What's okay is sticking up for yourself. It's always okay. You have a right to stick up for yourself. What isn't okay is going after people that someone else doesn't like simply because you want the same audience they do and the same amount of money that you were rolling in during a trial. I'm not sure, but probably, I mean, I know she was on the Adelson case last, so I know that she's covering the Corey Richards one. She might turn, we'll see if it turns that one into an innocence fraud case. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think as creators, we have a bit of a job to do better, be better humans, and show other people that this kind of content is not okay. Bottom line is, what the fuck are you attacking each other for? What's the real reason? You don't have a personal beef with me or Donna or anyone else you've attacked or made fun of or tried to shame. You don't have a personal beef with any of us. Your only beef is the sewer turtle doesn't like any of those people. So in turn, or Lindsay for that matter. So in turn, you don't because he doesn't. What are you, 5? What are you, 5? I mean, realistically, it's telling your audience that it's okay to start a channel, find a creator that has more subs than you, jump on that person's good side and basically do whatever you think they want you to do. So they'll give you a good old pat in the back and throw you on once in a while, or you have them on once in a while, and you can share the audience that will donate. I don't want people watching me who act like that. That is not the kind of audience I want. My audience gets told, do not contact, harass, intimidate anybody. Anybody. It is not the right course of action. Just ignore them. Block and ignore. Because ultimately, you know the truth. I know the truth. There's no need. You have every right to defend yourself. And I'm never telling someone that they can't defend themselves against attacks. They absolutely can and should defend themselves if that's what they feel is necessary. 100%. Or someone else, like a good friend of theirs. But what I'm saying is, don't go out of your way to attack other people. It serves no purpose. The only purpose to go out of your way to attack people, specifically people you don't even know, is for clout, is for cash, is to get a pat on the back. There's no real reason to attack someone that you don't even know. I mean, that's pretty clear, right? There's no real reason to attack someone unless you're trying to shut them up, shame them, you know, there's nothing good ever coming out of you attacking someone else you don't even know. There's no purpose to it. It serves zero purpose, which is why my channel doesn't surround around attacking other people. I will defend myself and I will defend victims 100%. But I don't go out of my way to make my channel about any one of you creators because you're irrelevant to me. Completely irrelevant. What isn't irrelevant is that people think it's okay to use YouTube as a platform to cyberbully and harass. It's actually against the terms of service. That's not what the platform is meant for. You don't have to like me, and I don't have to fucking like you. But you don't know me. Listen, you can get all the clicks, all the clout, all the dollar signs you want. That's cool. But you're a grown adult. Don't you think, as a grown adult, that maybe you should be setting an example for things, especially as a creator? I think we have a little bit of that responsibility. And if the trial taught us anything, it's that a lot of misinformation gets spread, a lot of lies get spread, and you should probably check your information before spreading it around. It seems to me there are a lot of people who do not check their information before they spread them around. They just take whatever they're given and they run with it. That's not responsible. Not by the stretch of any imagination is it responsible to just say shit without checking the information. We can do better as creators, bottom line. The cyberbullying, the hate, the anger. Did you all do that pre-Karen Reed on your channels? Just wondering. I know Will didn't. I know Will advocated for no bullying before the Karen Reed case. So I'm betting that those of you that at least existed before the Karen Reed case didn't have that kind of hate and anger. I bet if you went back before the Karen Reed case, you didn't just randomly attack people that someone else didn't like. This is where it turns into a cult, folks. This is why people call it a cult. This is why people call it the mob mentality, because you don't have a real reason to do it. You're just doing it for a pat on the back and some clout and a few clicks and a few donations. It's really gross. No amount of money is going to make me attack someone for no reason, or someone I don't have a personal beef with. No amount of dollars and cents is going to make me be a bully. It's gross behavior. We're grown-ass fucking adults. It is time to show people that the bullying should stop. And realistically, if you don't care for someone, you don't have to talk to them. Isn't that amazing? You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to watch them. There's block buttons. There's mute buttons. You don't have to click on their channel. But what isn't okay is attacking one another for no real reason. I mean, the fact alone that the pattern is whoever he says something about that day or that week is the person that each and every one of these creators go and attack. Girl, the grill is already out for tonight. Joke's on you, because the grill is already uncovered and ready. But if that's like your whole, like, as soon as he throws that dog whistle of saying something about someone that he doesn't like that day or that week, and the pattern becomes each one of these creators then attack that person, I mean, that's pretty clear to the general public what's going on there. It's not anything other than, oh, there's the whistle. Now we all have to jump on this bandwagon. If we want the money, we got to jump on that bandwagon. Don't be a fucking bandwagon person, dude. Make your own content that's worth something. If you're a true crime channel, cover a case. Talk to a victim's family. Do your research. Don't just jump with the mob mentality of, well, that person doesn't like X, Y, and Z, and so all of his viewers have been watching my streams and paying me, so I got to keep going with this until I can't go anymore. That's what you're doing, and you know you're doing it. I mean, you can deny it publicly until the cows come home, but you know you're doing it. What kind of person are you? What kind of person does that make you by doing it? Makes you a bully, a grown adult bully. You're a grown adult. Most of you men. You need to bully women? The only men that I know of that bully women are abusers. Are you an abuser? Because most men don't feel comfortable trying to bully women, especially women they don't know, unless they're an abuser. I know I had an abuser, so I know exactly the way they act. I've also helped countless women out of DV situations. The only men that really feel comfortable with bullying women are abusers. So are you all abusers? Or do you just hate women that much? Help me out here, because I don't go out of my way to talk about any of you because you're irrelevant. I don't care. I have a life, right? I move on with my life that has nothing to do with you and never has. So why do you go out of your way to have anything to say about me, someone you don't even know? Well, the only reason would be because the sewer turtle does. That would be the only reason. It's time to take a look in the mirror. If you think that successful, and I mean very successful, creators stay successful by bullying other people, you are sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken. Maybe y'all should start figuring out your own channel and stop trying to tether it to someone who eventually is going to torpedo themselves into the ground and blow up like a Hiroshima bomb. Ultimately, when the truth comes out, that is what's going to happen. Is the torpedo is just going to keep going, which is the credibility, right? The torpedo, let's make something clear, is the credibility. The torpedo is the lies. So when the torpedo crashes and a giant Hiroshima bomb-sized mushroom cloud appears, do you want to be on the back end of that? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Maybe it's time to separate yourselves and like work on your own channels, right? Like maybe, just maybe. I mean, hey, keep tethering yourself to that train all you want. I'm just saying. Maybe, just maybe, it's not always a good look. And I mean, maybe you think it is because you have like, you know, the people in your comment section who are like, yes, what an idiot. She's so dumb. You know, the same old seals over and over in their fake accounts. Like, maybe you think it is because you have, you know, the flying monkeys. But no creator that sat there and bullied other people became a creator that made millions of dollars and stayed on YouTube. Just for your information, you know? No, that's a negative. They are not in a relationship. They broke up weeks ago. I mean, it's not just me. I could, you know, I've been dealing with this kind of harassment for 3+ years. Okay. But when they're done with me, they just move on to someone else, right? Someone else like Donna they move on to. Whoever the dog whistle is given that week about is who they move on to. Well, when is enough enough, right? When do you realize that you're being a bully? When do you realize that's not what the platform is used for? When do you realize you can make your own content without using dog whistles of who to harass that week? Just wondering, you know? Wondering, because this whole bullying people and harassing people, trying to shame them, trying to make fun of them, like, I could give a shit less. Y'all can say the same 27 things you've said about me for 3 years that aren't true until the cows come home. It's not going to make me go away. It's not going to make me disappear. It's not going to make me stop helping the victims. It's not going to make me stop doing advocacy work. I've been doing that shit for 18 years. It's like second nature to me. Okay. None of that is going to happen. None of it. But the rest of these people you're doing it to, what happens when one of them ends up harming themselves because they just mentally and emotionally can't take the bullying anymore? What happens then? Do you feel responsible for doing that, or do you not give a shit? Because I would feel responsible for someone harming themselves because of harassment that I clearly helped do if I was doing what y'all were doing. Your little minions have been coming to my comment section since the broken idiot did his stream earlier today, and they just keep getting blocked and banned. You're encouraging people to bully, intimidate, and harass other people. When one of those people harms themselves because they can't mentally or emotionally handle it, and because they might have 75 other things going on in their life, do you feel responsible for that person harming themselves? Or do you just not give a shit? Because this is serious shit we're talking about. This isn't just, haha, I made fun of you online, I feel good about myself now. You're hurting people. And one of these days, someone is going to harm themselves, and it's going to be your fault. All of your faults. Every last one of you who thought it was funny. I can handle it. Okay? I can handle it. Some other people cannot. I'll let this speak for itself. How many other people have been in this boat? I'll tell you. I'll tell you how many. I have pulled so many people off the goddamn edge from this kind of fucking behavior that it's not even funny. So you think your consequences have no fucking actions? They do. They do have actions. I can handle it. Other people might not be able to. This shit isn't a joke. It's not a joke where you think, oh, he blew the whistle on making fun of someone. I'm going to shame them. I'm going to make fun of them until the cows come home. Until what? Until someone harms themselves? I lost my dad to suicide. I know what it's like to lose someone in that way. It is not pretty. Okay? There is something very wrong with you if you do not recognize that your actions have consequences, right? Absolutely have fucking consequences. That shit's not okay. Bottom line, it is not okay. How many more people until someone hurts themselves? How many? Y'all don't put that together in your mind. You just think it's all fun and games because people are sending you donations and they think it's funny and they're laughing and clapping like seals. But when one of these people harms themselves to make it stop, to make the death threats, the constant emails, the constant fake text messages, the fucking constant fake phone calls, the mail that comes to their house, the people that show up at their house, the list goes on and on, because I can tell you those are the things that happen to me and continue to happen to me. But I've been dealing with it for a while. I can handle that shit. I can't expect that normal people are going to, because the amount of people that I have pulled from the edge of wanting to end their life, from having to deal with this level of lies that are constantly told about them, and people telling them to go harm themselves, and their kids should be, afraid of them, and they're horrible people. All lies, by the way. But because nobody believes them, because you guys keep perpetuating these lies, they're like, there's no other way to end this. People are just going to keep believing this bullshit. There's no other way to end this, and nobody will leave me the fuck alone. How many of those people did I pull right off that edge? Plenty. And I will tell you, I'll keep doing it, but it's not right. I shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to feel like they're getting to that point. It's that simple. That was his response. His response to someone who literally said that to him on a live stream was, do it. You won't. Live stream it too. I mean, who says that to someone? That's deplorable and disgusting. They don't give a shit. That's the sad part. But you know what? They can act like they don't give a shit, but I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody harmed themselves because my viewers were harassing them into oblivion, I would feel horrible. I would feel responsible. Especially because if I just said shit because someone else told me it was true, without ever caring whether it actually was or not, and not actually caring whether this person is actually a bad person or not, but this person said they were, so fuck it, I'm just going to go with it. And I just start spewing that shit, that person harms themselves, I would feel responsible, which is why I don't do that. So I don't do streams like that. I do not call people out or bring skeletons out of people's closet or try to shame them or try to say the shitty things that they have done. I don't care about the shitty things that people think they have done. Okay? I care about people who they are right now. I don't care about if they had an addiction 15 years ago. Mine was almost 18 years ago. They probably had a lot of abuse, right? So I am not here to fucking judge. It's not my job to get out here and try to shame someone to make them go away or stop talking. If that was the case, I would have been doing that the whole time. Not that kind of person, and I never will be. Harming people is not what I do. Helping people is what I do. Harming people? No. I want no part of that. Nope. Absolutely fucking not. Well, I mean, he rants at pretty much everyone, so there's that, you know. The tropes will go on and on. It's like what he does, you know. It's unfortunate, but it's like, you know, I'm sure it does, because that's the kind of pain that you felt. It's endless harassment. Endless harassment. Some people can handle it and some people can't. Bottom line is, nobody should ever have to. Ever. Ever. Most of these people would never say it to your face, honey. They wouldn't say it to mine. They're surely not going to say it to yours. You know what I'm saying? Like 9 out of 10 people don't have the balls to say something like that to my face. Just behind a keyboard, behind a screen, of course. Never to your face, ever. Absolutely, Casey. You catch that replay, my friend. You know? It's just gross, right? But it does show you who he is. And still people ignore it. They act like it never happened. They act like he never told someone, good, go ahead, do it on a live stream, and then said, you know what? Do it now. Live stream it. I want you to. He has literally said all that on a live stream, and people just ignore it like it never happened. You know? It's really sad. It's really sad. What I'm saying is, when someone harms himself, are all of you, like sheep, who are taking these dog whistles and harassing other people, are you going to feel responsible for what you helped do? Thanks, Sailboat. Because I'd feel responsible if that was me. You know? It should never, ever get to that point. It should never get to that point. The amount of people I've had to pull off of that fucking ledge is something I will never forget. You know? I don't know if it's because they know I lost my dad to suicide, but I should never have to talk that many people into not harming themselves because they're that distraught, knowing that they can never stop the lies that people help perpetuate. What I find so funny about it is all of the monkeys, we shall call them, all the flying monkeys that do the bidding, right? All these people that laugh and think it's funny and donate to the channels that do this stuff, and they're like, ha ha ha, yeah, that person's dumb, ha ha ha, yeah, that person's stupid, oh, that person's a horrible person. All the people that do that, they're part of the problem too, right? Because you can bet your behind that if it happened to them or their loved one, they wouldn't be laughing and clapping along, would they? No, they certainly would not. No, they certainly would not. So it's all fun and games, right? Until it's them. Then it's not so fun anymore. Then it's not so funny anymore, right? And you should. You should get more help than you do, Ellen. I know you, obviously, you know? And you'll probably never get a penny of that arrears, unfortunately. Just like I never have for my kids. I did it alone, without it. You know? You know, people don't seem to realize there's a lot of people out there with nothing to lose. It's unfortunate, you know? But there's no responsibility anymore. Nobody wants to take responsibility for the shit that they put out there. You're putting that out there into the world. And where I'm a full believer in bad karma, and you putting that shit out into the world, and that if you put bad karma out there in bad faith, like you are, it will come back to bite you eventually. 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It absolutely 100% will come back to bite you. But when do creators start taking responsibility for the stuff that they're putting out there on their own? You're a grown adult. Take responsibility for your actions and the way that you're acting and the things that you're doing that are harming other people. Take responsibility. It's all fun and games until it's you or someone you care about, right? It's all fun and games until somebody hurts themselves or someone else, because you don't know how many lunatics there are out there that'll show up at someone else's house that you said was bad and bring a gun or try to stab them or stalk them until they're somewhere else. Are you going to feel responsible when that happens? I would. It's exactly why I specifically tell my audience, do not engage in that type of behavior. Do not engage in that type of behavior. It's funny that you guys all omit that from your shows. Never heard a single one of you tell people not to harass, intimidate, call, text, follow, email people you talk about. Never heard it. Gee, I wonder why. Probably because you encourage that behavior. Would you be encouraging it if it was your family? Just, I mean, I'm asking for a friend, right? Like, so if you encourage it on your show, you'd totally encourage it for your own family. And I mean, let's get real here. You'd be lying if you said yes, right? I mean, you'd be a hypocrite. You'd be lying if you were like, yep, you know what? I encourage that behavior on my show and I do that kind of behavior. But if it was my family, no, you can't do it if it was my family. I mean, you would be lying if you said, oh, if it was my family, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't mind. It'd be fine. I can deal with it. You'd just be a fucking liar, right? Nobody on planet Earth would think that it is okay to happen to their family. So if you don't think it's okay to happen to your family or to be done to your family, especially by somebody who doesn't even know you, then why do you think it's okay to do it to other people? I mean, this is like basic comprehension of like kindergarten shit. Like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Don't be mean. Like, this is like basic stuff they teach you when you're a kid. If you don't want it done to you, don't do it to someone else. Seems like some of you people never learned that, I'm just wondering. Oh, I struck him an hour ago. He got a copyright strike like an hour ago. Don't use my content. You won't get copyright strike. He had the audacity to not only attempt, I got the screenshot, but he put literally in his title that was not only defamation and a lie, but then he put in the description something along the lines of like, don't you even think about copyright striking me or I'll just counter strike. Bring it on, bitch boy. You can't copyright strike my own content. You can't counter strike my own content. The fuck? I didn't. He's talking break terms of service by striking. No. There's a reason why copyright strikes are available. You're using my content in a way to try to shame, harass, humiliate, and insinuate lies and mischaracterizations. And it's my content. So you're using it in that way. You're not using it for its intended purpose. You're not using it for just commentary. Let's get real. We know what you're using it for. Copyright is an appropriate thing to do. If you didn't think it was an appropriate thing to do, why would you put it in your description? He's just mad that I did the copyright strike. He thought his little sentence of like, don't you dare copyright strike me or I'll counter copy. You can't counter copy, but good luck with that. Have fun with that. He's just mad because I gave him the copyright strike. Don't use my fucking content. I specifically have a box checked off on my YouTube that says whether people can use my content or not. And it's literally checked off no. If somebody comes to me and asks me to use it, I'm more than happy to let them use it. But you're not going to use it to be a bully. No. Sorry, not sorry. I don't give permission for that. I have my YouTube set up so that people aren't allowed to use my stuff. Specifically for bullies like you. Specifically for bullies like you. So he wants to rant and rave about, again, shit that ain't true because he's mad that he got the copyright strike. Oh, well. Womp, womp, womp. Here's a lesson for you, bub. Do not try to intimidate, bully, shame, lie, defame other people, and you wouldn't have to deal with the fucking consequences. Just saying. Yes. So Lindsay countersued. So in her response to Aiden's lawsuit, she countersued the state police, Brian Tully. This is how, because of her phone contents were leaked that shouldn't have been. Cosgrove, Jason Broyles, and who the fuck is the other person? Well, Aiden, obviously, he's part of the, countersuing. I'm trying to think. I think there was one other person on it. I'm drawing a blank right now, but She did a countersuit. And there are people like, how can you put on a countersuit people who aren't even on the suit? You can. If they are third parties that have something to do with it, you absolutely can. This is why people shouldn't talk about things they know nothing about. Oh, no, I didn't look. Sorry. I mean, why are you... You're upset, but you put it in your description. You knew it was a copyrightable offense, or you wouldn't have put it in your description. Wah, wah, wah. Don't do dumbass shit. Just saying. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. So, hold on one second. Well, yeah, what he did to Heels was fucking deplorable and disgusting. I did. Oh, check yours too? God damn it, you two. God damn it, you two. All right, so I got some news. Hold on a second. I have some news for you guys. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, no, he definitely did not have permission to use my show. Sorry, not sorry. I saw the one, Ash. Is there another one? Or is that's the... Wait. Yeah. All right, so here's the news. The court, had to do the second serving of Aiden, okay? He was officially served. He was officially already served. So I would love for him to get on social media and say he wasn't served now. Aiden, sir, would you like to tell the world how you were served? Because this morning you said you had nothing going on in New Jersey and that was all just a lie and nobody should get their news from me because I don't know what I'm talking about, right? Bro, I put out the court paperwork for the first time. Now you have a new court date to go to and you've been served. This is the second time, okay? Second. But he's got nothing going on in New Jersey, guys. It's fake news, he told everybody this morning. Now, I don't watch this shit. Other people do. So I got the alert this morning from other people, but he was literally telling people that he has nothing going on in New Jersey and it's all fake news. Well, he was officially already served today. So does he want to back that up? Or does he maybe want to retract his lie that I don't know what I'm talking about? Oh, no, he doesn't know how to retract, right? That's right. He doesn't retract. He just doesn't say it again. He doesn't know how to retract. Yeah, I'm all fake news, I don't verify shit. I just say shit for funsies like they do. Now, Donna can confirm here. I have the court paperwork from the first time. And some of it, which if you guys have not seen, because it's private, right? But I did confirm before I put anything out there that absolutely he was supposed to be there on the 8th. And now, because he tried to use the whole like, oh, well, I didn't get served because they had his like ex-wife's address, which by the way, he's there twice a day, picking his kids and dropping his kids off on the bus, right? So he's there twice a day, but he didn't get it, right? They served him at his address now, I'm assuming, today. And so he's already been served today. So does he want to maybe do that again where he's going to say there's nothing going on in New Jersey? It's all a lie. It's all fake news. Yeah. But he doesn't. His attorneys knew it was in the system. They could see it over a week ago. So to actually sit there in front of a camera and claim to people that it's fake news, there's nothing going on in New Jersey, I haven't been served, I know nothing about nothing, was just blatantly lying to people. Blatantly lying. His attorneys could have easily contacted the court or looked it up in their own system to see, oh, there it is. And they sure did. You think attorneys, as soon as they see something public talking about something about their client, are not going to check? That would be extremely incompetent of attorneys to just ignore it and be like, oh, it's probably just a troll. I'm not going to bother to even check. That would be incompetence at its finest. So you decide. You decide whether he lied to your faces or not. Just saying. Because I don't know what I'm talking about. Ever. Nope, sure don't. Not me. Not me. Right? Nope, I'm not served. Sir, we're serving you right now. Nope. I'm pretending this didn't happen. You are not served. I am not. Not. Like, can you imagine it? They're serving him and he's like, nope, this isn't serving me. This doesn't count, sheriff, constable. Does not count, sirs, ma'ams. Well, duh, we all know that. But the fact that his followers, do you know how many of them actually came on to like where I posted parts of the actual court papers and we're like, this is not real. It's AI. You made it up. I literally almost spit my soda out of my nostrils. I laughed so hard at one of them. At one of them, I laughed so hard, the Sprite almost came out of my nose. I felt it like right here. That the fact that they actually believe. I don't just put shit out. I definitely don't just put out fake records. I mean, just saying. I'm just saying. Like, shit. Listen, it is what it is, right? People who actually believe the bullshit, that's on them. There's nothing I can do to help them to change their mind. You know, like they're just going to keep believing the bullshit until the cows come home. And that's cool. That's fine. That's cool. They can do that, right? No, people don't actually believe that. Stop it. Stop it. They do not actually believe he's an actual. Stop it. That can't be a real life. Nobody that fucking stupid could be an actual doctor. All right. There's plenty of doctors that are assholes, right? There are plenty of asshole doctors or ones that don't have bedside manner, but there's none of that fucking. His literal. Okay. His literal saying for getting through college was C's and D's get degrees. Sure. They can. I guess. I'm not sure why you would want to graduate college with a GPA that low, but sure. No, they don't. Stop it. Yeah, a doctor of bullshit. I'm allergic to his bullshit. So, you know, my doctor told me, you know, that I'm allergic to his bullshit. So, but I mean, if they actually think he's a doctor, that's fucking amazing to me. That is amazing. Newsflash, folks, he's not a doctor. Nope, not a doctor. Newsflash. Not a real thing. That is fake news. I can't. I cannot. I was going to say, why does that not surprise me? Why? Just why? Why, oh, why does that not fucking surprise me? Amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. But at least, you know, again, I would love for him to say he hasn't been served again. Sir, you were served today. For the second time, they had to try to come out and serve you now. So you weren't served again? It's fake news. Nothing happened in New Jersey. It's to show people this morning, right? Nothing was happening in New Jersey. It was all fake. The paperwork was fake. The news was fake. There was nothing going on in New Jersey at all. I'll wait while you retract that statement, sir. I'll wait. Waiting. If it wasn't already obvious to those of you who watch me and know that I just don't put out fake documents, never would I, ever in a million years, make a fake document. Who the fuck would take time to do that? Not only is that taking up time I don't fucking have, I would not bother to do some nonsensical bullshit like that. So if I put out documents, they're very much real. Amazing. Underachieving is right, my friend. He really is a doctor. Oh, wow. The fact that somebody actually said that to you. I mean, somebody argued with me a couple days ago and we're like, Meredith and him are still very much together and in love. And I was like, sir, they haven't been together since sometime in July. Like, what are you talking talking about? Oh, man. I can't. And I get it. Not everybody knows the ins and outs of like the stuff that goes on behind closed doors. But here's my problem, right? Which is I fucking do. So don't come to me and say, that's not true. You don't know what you're talking about. That's fake. Because it's not. And eventually you're going to look stupid and you're going to have egg on your face. And come on, man. Right? Like, don't have egg on your face. Just don't. Just wait and see what happens. Right? Wait for the truth to come on out. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe. There you have it, folks. There you have it. Well, we know that, Donna. We know everything that he fucking had to say was a lie. But his viewers don't seem to understand that. They seem to think everything that comes out of his mouth is just magically somehow true. Even when he contradicts himself and changes his story, they still don't quite understand it, right? It's just amazing to me, right? It's amazing. I mean, I agree. Oh, there was a tornado, and I was like, when somebody told me that it touched down in Holden, I'm not even going to repeat what my mind thought in that moment. I thought about that cow in the movie Twister that was just like moo while the Twister was like taking it away. And I was like, oh, hope that happened. Hope the cow got swept up in the tornado. Bye-bye, cow. Moo. Bye-bye, cow. Bye-bye. I'm just saying. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I'm not a mean person. I'm not a bully. I'm not a mean person. I actually like people, funny enough. I happen to like people. I'm a people person, okay? And anybody who has apologized to me, and again, it takes a big person to apologize to someone that you have said shit about that you now realize not only wasn't true, but was really awful, right? It takes some balls to actually grow the courage to apologize. There are so many more people that don't apologize than do apologize, right? And I think it's important to note that some of the people that have apologized to me, I've actually made some pretty cool friendships with, and that probably would not have happened otherwise. I think a lot of other people are missing out on those types of friendships, right? And all because this hate and bullying and harassment gets spread by not just him, but then he does the dog whistle and all these other smaller creators around him do the same thing. Each one of them do this over and over and over. And then it's just a new person and they didn't recycle people when they run out of content and so on and so forth. And it's like, when does it end? When do we as creators say that behavior isn't okay? It's going to hurt someone. Someone's going to hurt themselves or someone else. What is the hate for exactly? If you spread hate for donations, like, shame on you. Shame on you. If you want the kind of audience that is going to laugh about that kind of behavior, shame on you. I don't want that kind of audience. I don't want that kind of audience. Bullying is not okay. Harassing is not okay. Spreading lies and misinformation because someone else told you it was true is not okay. No, he doesn't need a new attorney because Betterow can practice in New Jersey. So he can use at least Betterow if he wants, because he can practice in New Jersey. So, well, thank you. Exactly. Why so mad then, bro? If it's a whole lie, why so mad? If only that cow was a turtle. Thoughts exactly. Well, I mean, unless he brings a car full of them with himself, then no, but no, he doesn't need a new attorney because his attorney can practice in New Jersey. Oh, I like that. I can't see it because it's too small, but I like that. When people throw rocks at you, collect them and build your empire. It's too small to see it, Ellen, but it's very cool. We have cows. We know you have cows down there. Oh, will they? Who the fuck would waste that kind of money on a plane ticket to fly out to New Jersey? I mean, do you know how foolish you're going to look in front of a New Jersey judge? I'm telling you, the judge is not going to think it's cute. Just FYI. Just not going to think that that's cute. I'm going to wrap this up, folks. My little's about to come home from school soon, so I got other shit I got to do today. We have practices and whatnot. So I'm going to wrap it up. Yeah, they don't play. They literally do not. New Jersey is not the one. So just wanted to let y'all know he has been officially served. He did already know about it. None of it is fake news. It's all real. I'll wait for him to retract those statements he made this morning about everything just being magically fake and nothing was happening in New Jersey at all. And he didn't know, which is ultimate bullshit because his attorneys knew with the tips of their fingers days ago. So let's leave it at don't be a fucking bully. And if you're going to be a bully, when something happens to someone and you're fucking responsible, partly responsible, I hope you reflect on your behavior and change it. But it shouldn't take that kind of tragedy to happen to someone, for someone to hurt themselves or someone else, for you to realize that that kind of behavior is gross. It's deplorable. You're a friggin' adult. You're a grown ass man, for that matter. If you need to take dog whistles from another man and be a bitch boy bully, then maybe it's time to take a look in the mirror and see what the fuck you're actually doing. Can't come up with any other content? Nothing else besides bullying people? Anybody he doesn't like for the week or the day or the month? I mean, I think it's time to like figure out who you are. And if who you are as a bully, if that's who you are as a person is a bully for someone else, cool, you do that. You have fun with that. But at least be open about who you are so that everybody knows, right? Don't try to pretend that's not what you're doing, right? Don't pretend. Just be honest, right? Just be honest about it. Bullies are gross. They're deplorable. They're disgusting. Once again, of my viewers, since no other creators are smart enough or care enough to say it, do not harass, intimidate, or bully anybody I talk about, please. Not on my behalf. I can deal with idiots. I just usually block and ignore them. Is usually what I do. But because this is just like keeps going with other people and someone else is next and so on and so forth, I felt the need to say something because it's getting a little pathetic at this point. But please do not harass, intimidate, or bully anybody on my behalf. We do not condone that kind of shit on my channel. It's not okay. It's not cute. These people doing it aren't cute. If you'd like to support the channel, I would appreciate it. These are the ways you can do so. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Revolut. There's a link in the chat and in the description. You can use that to just use your credit or debit card. You don't have to have any of the payment apps. We appreciate any and all support. So if you're catching me on the replay and the donations come in and I don't see them until after the stream, I will read them in the morning when we get back live. I had an appointment this morning. That's why we were a little late today. But tomorrow we will move back to our regular scheduled activities. I am hoping to have my good friend Sean on at some point this week. So me and him are going to figure that out at some point and see what day, because that would be fun. Yeah, it's a community, and I don't want that kind of community of bullies. I don't like those kind of people. So if you're a bully, stay far away from my channel and my community. We don't condone that kind of behavior. Sorry, not sorry. To anyone. Okay? To anyone. All right. I love y'all stinking faces, and I will see y'all in the morning. Bye.